Hey, let's get the game on. Where are you? Yes. Oh, we want sound. I'm unmuted. Game's unmuted. Had a bit of a rough patch starting. YouTube was giving me some troubles. But luckily they were like 5-minute troubles, not like half-hour troubles. All right. Seems like as good of a place as any to start. Where were we? Oh, yeah. Arnvald invited us on an adventure. Good morning, everybody. I'm Old Man Sugarheart. Today we're playing Final Fantasy XIV. I believe today we're going to do the Drowned City of Skalla, which is either going to be the best or the worst thing. Like, I can imagine some ruins with some beautiful water features. But I can also imagine a super annoying water tail or water temple with rising and lowering water levels. Maybe some swimming spots. Ugh. In my dungeon, I would hate that. If it's just a really cool looking ruin, that's way different. The darkness below. The news of Doma and Alamigo's liberation has kindled the flames of revolution in every corner of the Empire. I hear the Imperial province of Dalmasca has already risen up in rebellion. Which means Garleans surely must have their hands full. What better time than now to indulge in a diversion? Tell us, Arnvald. Have we any clues as to where we might begin our search? Judging by how the other treasure hunters fared, nosing about the palace isn't going to get us anywhere. So we'll probably need to ask around. Would that be another way of saying no? Yes. Well, in that case, I shall pay a visit to the Allied Archivist and request access to the records seized from the Imperials. The Garleans are meticulous about such things. If they uncovered a trove during their occupation, the event is certain to have been recorded. In the meantime, the two of you can track down those who worked as palace servants and officials in Theodoric's days. Given that they would have been at least 20 at the time, you'll be looking for people who have seen 40 summers or more. Was that recent? Anything they can tell you about the king and his bloody deeds may prove useful, so be sure to listen well. Arnvald, pray, try your luck at the fringes and the peaks, whilst Old makes the rounds in the Alamigan quarter. Haha! And there I was thinking I was the party leader. Not that I mind, of course. To be about it, eh? We meet afterwards at Gilbard's gate. Okay. You say the Alamigan quarter. That in Alamigo? Sure is. Middle-aged Highlander. Must be rough. In the palace? Nah, not me, lad. Surely you've heard stories of the Mad King. He used to hold public executions up on the divine audience. Anyone, and I mean anyone, suspected of conspiring against the crown was flung from the top of those steps. Suffice it to say, I stayed far away from the palace as possible. A good strategy. I do often wonder, like, how did, like, the craziest rulers of yore have any servants whatsoever? Like, wouldn't everyone just take whatever opportunity to, like, hop a train and get out of there? You might hear an old maid's stories, do you? Well, most of what I know of the Mad King is common knowledge. We'd only see his royal majesty when he deigned to attend executions he ordered. And after a while, even watching his enemies die wasn't enough to coax him out of hiding. They say he started seeing assassins in every shadow, wouldn't set foot outside the palace walls, I was offered to work there as a royal servant once, but the mere thought of it left me in a cold sweat. I mean, like, I could see you being afraid of retribution as, like, an old servant of, like, a mad emperor or something, but, like, surely it was way, way, way easier to flee before, like, pictures were invented, right? I served at the pleasure of King Theodoric and lived to tell the tale. Oh, his palace guards I was. Truth be told, it was a dark chapter in my life, and I'd sooner forget. Hardly a night went by when I didn't hear the blood-curdling screams echoing the inner chambers, which, of course, we were under orders to ignore. And so we'd stand still as statues, trying not to imagine what horrors were unfolding within. If you're hell's bent on finding out what happened in the palace, head down the street here and ask old Arnold. He was the king's head scribe. So you're a guard, and you were told to ignore screaming. Like, that just sounds like the easiest job in the world. Screaming is like one of the things that guards are supposed to be alerted to. And so if you turn off all your alerts, you're just napping, right? Yes, I am Arnold. What do you want with me? You would have me dredge up some decidedly unsavory memories. Yet if Alamigo is to move forward, we must needs acknowledge the misdeeds of the past. Ah, man. Very well. I shall tell you what I remember. I take it you know of Theodoric's paranoia and public execution of his kinsman. Hi, Ada. Those were terrible enough, but in his last days, the king's fevered mind settled upon an even grislier method of disposal, which only a chosen few, were unfortunate enough to witness. His Majesty ordered the court thaumaturge to unleash a vile curse upon the remaining members of the royal family, a magic which transformed them into hideous fiends of hideous aspect. The resulting monstrosities were then cast in the darkness below the palace. Even now, my sleep is troubled by the nightmares. If others of Theodoric's blood were prone to share his madness, then mayhap it is a kindness that the monarchy ended with him. It does sound rad. Boop. Now we're heading to the gates. None of these are my chicken. There we go. How are you doing today, Ada? You at work? Or just getting off of work? What do you think? Since we're all here, why don't we share what we've learned? Allow me to begin. As promised, I scoured the Imperial records for any mention of fantastic treasures and found precisely none. It is just possible, I suppose, that a corrupt official deliberately hid the fact of the trove's discovery, hoping to enrich himself, but I find it rather unlikely that so valuable a find would stay secret for long. I conclude that our prize either does not exist, or that the Imperials somehow overlooked it. Well, what of you, Old? Were your investigations more fruitful? Yeah. Dude was crazy. Turned into monsters. And what could he mean by this darkness beneath the palace, I wonder? I met an old man in Alagiri who spoke of the palace's subterranean prison, but he said not of cursed abominations. Imperial archives were also silent on the subject of feeds inside the palace grounds. Could this scribe fellow have been spinning a yarn, do you think? Do you believe him, Old? Yeah. Why would he lie? He was afraid. It does lead credence to the tale. I'm not sure how that helps us in our search. Do not be so hasty. Arnold's anecdote may very well have told us where the trove is hidden, but I ere share my theory. There is a matter I would clarify. Arnvald, you spoke of a light-hearted adventure, but I sense a deeper motive for this expedition. Why are you so intent on finding this treasure? Wasn't all pretense. I swear it, but you're right. My father was in the Imperial Army, a man of Garlean blood. Trust you know what I mean when I say my Alamegan mother did not welcome my arrival. As I grew, she would check my brow over and over, convinced a spot on my skin was an emerging third eye, like the kind you see in pureblood Garleans. My mother did not care for this taunting reminder of my heritage, and took up a knife. War paint serves to cover the scar. In the end, she turned me out on the street and I was left to haunt the alleyways of Alamigo. A feral child who got what he needed through begging, cunning, or worse. Damn. The best I can say about those years that followed is that I survived. I hated the animal I'd become. Eventually, I left the city behind me and joined a group of refugees bound for the other side of the wall. It was then that I turned to adventuring, and that load led me into the company of the Scions. I tell you this so that you understand. I know all too well what poverty and hunger can do to a person. I drew steel on ordinary folk for a measly crust of bread. With Theodoric's gold, I could spare my countrymen the shame of living like that. Thank you, Arnvald, and I apologize. It could not have been pleasant to recall. I felt it best to be clear in our intentions. Old, are you content to surrender the treasure to Arnvald's noble causes? And claim the thrill of adventure as your reward? No. Then I should be glad to tell you on my theory on the resting place of the Mad King's Trove, if you are minded to hear it. Yeah. Fending, slaying. What do? I scout. None of these are scouting. Give me the casting then? We're gonna be a black mage soon. Are we ready? Actually, let's open that chest. Loop. Alphino seems eager to share his theory. Make sure the casting stuff doesn't go on us. That's what I thought. Your gaming friend, Hiya. Hiya. How are you doing? Actually, mayhap it would be better if we first adjourn to a more suitable location. In case a rival treasure hunter overhears our plan, you mean? Good thinking. That was not exactly the reason, but 'tis certainly a valid concern. Let's reconvene on the southern edge of Loch Seld. Okay. You're good? How am I? I am doing good. We're about to go to the Drowned City of Skalla, which I think is this mission. And that could either go, that could go a lot of different ways. I've never seen it. And so, like, I imagine, like, a very pretty ruin with a lot of, like, water features in it. But it could also be like a terrible water temple, or it could be like a complete desert dungeon, I imagine. Well, it can't be like a lot of things. It is exactly one thing. But I don't know what it is. This will be my first time being there ever. What is up? Forgive me. It was not my intention to draw out our proceedings. I simply wish to have the lock in sight while I explain things. Prior to the great flood of the 6th umbral calamity, the salt lakes you see before you were yet dry ravines. And this, believe it or not, was the site of the ancient city of Skalla, which rose and fell during the 5th astral era. From what period we know of the period, the city was already described by the time the waters began to rise, having been all but destroyed by the war, yet its ruins remain to this day the bottom of Loch Seld. It's my belief that the darkness beneath the palace mentioned by Theodoric's former scribe was not a reference to the prison, but to a palace still further below, the ruins of Skalla. I further surmise that the Mad King's unfortunate kinsmen were cast down there not simply out of a desire to punish them, but to discourage exploration. Theodoric wanted to keep the ruins secure. Wait, you're saying that they were meant to guard the Mad King's trove? Precisely. And since we knew the court thaumaturge was involved, we can safely assume that the entrance into the old city will have been magically concealed. Which would explain how a legion of Imperial soldiers and the gods know how many Alamegans never found a trace of the trove. We, however, have certain advantages which they do not enjoy. Old, would you be so good as to swim down to the bottom of the loch and search for an underwater route to the ruins? While you do that, Arnvald and I will seek out an ensorcelled portal within the palace. Hawkeye. Lates. Alright. So, like, the biggest surprise to me is, like, all this history happened in, like, 20 years. So, like, King Theodoric was around 20 years ago. The city of Skalla was destroyed by a flood, but I guess that happened way before the king was here. But he just had some kind of portal into the city? How do you get that? It is deep. Every civilization has a flood myth. It is true. I don't know if this is a hoax or false. But I do remember like hearing of like a a shipwreck they found on a mountain somewhere in the Middle East that they believed was like Noah's Ark or something. Oh, I can't go in? Rude. What exactly am I doing down here? But I mean, there have been some decent great floods in our lifetime. Sri Lanka got hit real hard at some point. Ooh, this is pretty. Strange place to find snowflakes. Discover a passage that appears to lead to under the palace foundations. Press on and you'll find out where it goes. Oh man. Underwater spelunking, no thanks. Even if you can breathe underwater. You know that movie where like a guy gets, based on a true story, where a guy gets like stuck in a crevice where his like arm gets lodged and he's stuck there for like 180 hours. Well, when you're the only one who can breathe underwater, it'd be like infinity hours down here, right? Oof. Come to a worn stone door, standing temptingly ajar. It would appear you have found an entrance to the subterranean ruins. Old, it's Alvino. We searched the prison beneath the palace and found a teleportation portal concealed by enchantments. The markings indicate it leads to an underground cavern. What news of your end? You believe it leads to the ruins? I dare say we will be able to meet within. Go on, head through the door. By the way, I took the liberty of calling on a friend for help. I guarantee she's both dependable and discreet. We'll see you soon. You think it's Alice? No, it's Jmolva. Insufficient item level. What is my item level? 288. And what does it need to be? $300. $288 to... Sort these by item level. $370. Oh, it's because I didn't have like... Well, they didn't have any scouting accessories. What are you gonna do? And my 290 gear isn't enough. Alright. Looks like we gotta hit the marketplace. Special shout out to our friend who gave us 1 million gil the other day, a week or two ago. I want to say it was Cecilia, which I believe is 10 days on Twitch. Hey, can you just like give me million level things? Item level 130. Never mind. You cannot. I need a solution. What is this? What day is it? Why, sir, it's Christmas Day. Wow, I haven't been to like a normal city in so long. Wonder if I missed some other major holidays. It's so pretty. It is December 19th here at the time of recording. And I have not put up my Christmas tree yet. It's been that kind of a month. Alright. We need rings? You need ninja rings. $385. Yeah, give me 2 of these. Those are expensive. I want cheap. I'm just trying to like $9 million. Who sets these prices? Looks like these are the cheapest. All right. Forto Nawad. We get those. Maybe that's enough. I'm level 305. We're good. Oh, whoops. Cancel. Cancel. I want to go with... I want to go by myself. Do I have to, like, swim back down there, then? Back to the lock. Yeah. I've got so much work to do. Lock celled. It's okay, I got a waypoint. But yeah, I got all the Christmas presents. Haven't wrapped any yet. My daughter's got Christmas presents to wrap too for her brother and mom. But I haven't found a single opportunity in all of December to like get her alone so we could wrap them discreetly. So I think I'm gonna have to like smuggle wrapping supplies into her room. Yeah, I see the glowing blue. I think that's where we're headed. But yeah, I took my son and daughter Christmas shopping independently so they could buy each other gifts. And buy a gift for mom too while we were out. My son got my daughter an automaton. It's really cute. Hello Kitty. And she's gonna be so happy with that. It's gonna be super annoying for me. I think I'm gonna literally never hear the end of it. Hey, we're here. Let's see. My daughter got him an Ninjago Lego set. so he's gonna be happy. Alright. Let's hope we don't die. Like, I don't think those rings really made us that much more qualified to enter here. Oh, this is a cooler looking dungeon than I expected. These regular mobs are taking a lot more hit points than hits than I expected. I might be undergeared for this. Somebody did advise I gear up. And I've never had to gear up in Final Fantasy XIV before. And frankly, I haven't. Like, we completed our ninja job quests. I guess that's about as good as you could hope for armor, right? Because the prerequisite mission was Stormblood, which is like one of the last story missions we did. So this armor should be about as good as I can get, aside from like other dungeon armors. Hearing wise though,
Leave it to me.
I don't know, the rings I put on didn't look good. Hang off to sleep, we'll leave the stream up. Have a good day. You too, Ada. Get some rest. I imagine you're probably working Saturday. You doing AoEs, Jamoldva? Because it'd be really cool if you did. She's also got a squeakier voice than I'd expect out of her. You can have a squeaky voice. For sure, but like, I like it when a character has something like super gravelly. Give me some raspiness. That's what like a real adventurer's voice sounds like. Come on, larvers. Larvers, get it. while we check out the scenery. Lots of salty looking crystals around here.
Leave it to me.
That's a thing my kids have that I never had is, that seems like a weird segue, but it'll make sense in a second. Advent calendars. I never had those as a kid. But my kids are all about them. I buy them each a special advent calendar. My daughter got a rock advent calendar. Or a natural gemstone calendar. So, you know, she'll open a day and it'll be like quartz or adventurine or sunstone. A kelpie. You gonna drown me? What are you doing over here? I'm gonna stand with you. I feel like you know something I don't.
Leave it to me.
I am concerned that Alphino and Jamolva are just standing still.
I have my pride.
Leave it to me.
Do I not touch anybody with the water? Oh God. That didn't go as bad as it could have. Honestly, I think we've got this.
Try this.
I just hit him with the proper mitigations at the proper time. I think we'll be all right. Oh, Tenchijin. I've never done that. I don't actually know what that does. Temporarily converts the extra 3 mudra into a ninjutsu action. Executing one of these actions will convert the remaining mudra into different ninjutsu actions. So all 3 have executed or Tenchijin effect expires. Only ninjutsu available. What? So I trigger that and then everything I do, Scalic Ring of Aiming. That might be not better than what I have. It's a shame. Let's have some orange juice. So like we activate Tenchijin and then our mudra gets weird. Let's try it on the Phobads. Oh, okay. Wait, the faux bat is exactly one thing. I thought
with you.
you were like 3 stone things. But you are all the things.
Focus. Release.
Are we really only like halfway through the dungeon? Skalla gonna take me all day? Arnvald, where are you going? What's the cooldown on Tenchi Jin? Oh, it's like nothing. So I should open every fight with it if possible. In fact, it might deserve that blank spot I've got over there. On the left. Can't remember what exactly I was saving that spot for. Followed the guide, I set everything up. But maybe I already had Tenchi Jin on the menu. Answer's probably. Fellas. Okay, still a minute left on that. So about every 2 fights I can Tenchi Jin. These rock guys have quite a butt crack on them.
Away with you.
Yar. Skallic earring of aiming. Is that better? Oh right, I never bought earrings. That's nice. That's a lot of dudes, man. Does this mean we've already reached the treasure? I don't know. Man, I just work here. Trying to hit all these dudes at once. Whew. Are there really no AoEs out here? So this fight is just really just like hold down the attack button. I mean, that's fine. Ooh. You look familiar. Didn't I see you in one of the Dark Souls? The old one. We hydrate. We fight. That's the treasure. Consider me disappointed.
Away with you.
Alright, so in Tenchi Jin, I can't... Or
Try this.
every Mudrai does a move. Okay. Now what? What's happening to my body? I don't know, man. What's happening to my body? Oh, shit. Could you maybe target the old one? Thank you.
For Abba and Arling.
That guy's talking in like PlayStation text. Whoop. I was about to hit him with a fatal sploosh. Oof, troublesome pieces of clay. Indeed, its magics were not meant to be underestimated. Ooh, did I get a new hat? You don't know anything about Final Fantasy XIV, but you love my model? So cute. Oh, thank you, Punk Tuna. I really appreciate that. I'm a big fan of my model, too. Like, a lot of people just, you know, default to, like, something super sexy. I wanted to, like, go the route of something I could actually pull off in real life. And the one thing I can do in real life is turn old. That's a talent of mine. Super rare. Zangbito.
Try this.
It's brutal out here in the streets. I've actually been thinking about my model a lot. Like, as super cute as he is, he's basically a PNG tuber. Like, I can wiggle a little bit, but I've got no arms. And the face is, like, not super expressive. Whoop. Hop up, kitty. This is the part of the dungeon they changed for duty support. It used to be you turned into a ghost so yeah, you can float across the gap. And so now I just walk. We cool. Hi, kitty. You want to help me fight Zangbito, kitty? My cat's here. He's got a lot to say. Normally he only pops up, you know, closer to breakfast time. Is it breakfast time? Ah, you're like an hour early, buddy. Yeah, but I'm really curious, like, what else have they changed in dungeons to make it soloable? Who's this guy? It's starting to get prettier down here. Like, they said it wasn't in, like, the prison, but this looks like the prison. Looks like a prison catacomb. It's spooky down here. What with all the Zangbitos. Hey everybody, hey Rob, how are you doing today? We're treasure hunting in the Royal Catacombs today. Or explicitly not in the Royal Catacombs. There's treasure. The lion's made out of gold. I'm good. How am I doing? I'm doing all right. Not at all prepared for Christmas.
Away with you.
I got lots of presents to wrap. I haven't put up the Christmas tree, let alone decorate it.
Try this.
Just looking forward to some time off work, I guess. But I need to get on top of things and quick. Work has been equally stressful. I'm on call this week. People keep making up emergencies. Like, there was one emergency early in the week, and everyone's like, is something wrong with this because of the emergency earlier this week? And it's just working as intended. They just hallucinated something. Oh, this guy's cute. Roderick Poison Tongue. You look like if Diablo from Diablo was like a pet. Does anybody know of any mechanics I should be aware of before we go through all this?
Try this. Leave it to me.
Oop, to the edge. Oh, I don't like the looks of that. Oop, eyeball, look away. You have one present that Amazon shows being delivered December 22nd or 27th, and so maybe that won't make it for Christmas. I remember last year, my kids specifically asked for something called Fart Ninjas. Ooh, there's a lot of yuck. And the Fart Ninjas were on back order so long that we didn't get them till like January. I was like, are you sure you want these? Like, you just won't get them for like the longest time.
For the house of leave it to me.
Like, how many years are you willing to wait for Fart Ninjas? I mean, the Fart Ninjas were cool, though. Like, my son really wants to prank people. And I've got, like, some duty to make sure his pranks are harmless. Oh, shoot, I'm confused. Well, that's fine. Apparently it doesn't hurt anybody but her.
Away with you.
Limit break? Behold. That might have been early. I'm just now noticing the percent I put on this thing. Whew. Yeah, I did a good job of ordering the presents early. But I've done a terrible job of finding time to wrap them. I keep saying like Friday afternoon. Like that's when I typically have free time. Like I don't stream again until like Saturday night. I don't have work the next day. There's no school the next day. Like we could theoretically stay up. But like I always underestimate how tired I'm gonna be. Jacket of Striking. Still not better than my antiquated Kage Kakushi chainmail.
It would appear this place is yet inhabited by King Theodoric's kin, or what is left of them. The work of terrible magics, I fear.
Terrible, aye. But their misfortune is our fortune?
Quite. By the 12, there is even more than I imagined.
Yar, treasure. Is that King Theodoric? It's got to be, right?
Oh, I can't wait to see the look on Lisa's face. Thanks for believing in me, you two.
Yar. Used to work in your brother's magic when kids came in wanting to prank people. You showed them all the lethal jokes. Fart bombs, fart machines, small explosives. Yeah. The fart ninjas were like little motion sensor ninjas. You'd like set them up around places, and when somebody walked in front of them, they would fart. It was great. Arnvald and I tried to do our fair share, but I fear you ended up bearing the bulk of the burden as usual. You truly led the way with your adventuring prowess, my friend. With your help, I reckon we'd still be fumbling around in the dark. I'm glad I called you. I must say, I'm still reeling at the sight of that mountain of riches. What? Like how you reeled at the sight of the floating specter, you mean? I wish you could see the look on your face, Alphino. Must we dwell on such momentary lapses? We found the Mad King's trove, and that's all that matters. Two boys got their order for free when they told me that their intended target was the Abercrombie and Fitch store. Ooh. What you got against naked 19-year-olds? Naked 19-year-olds are people too. Abercrombie and Fitch is the one where like the models are naked because the clothes sell themselves, right? Or am I thinking of like American Eagle? I think that's Abercrombie and Fitch. I think that they're, if I remember, their catalog's just naked people. All jesting aside, we must tell people the good news. I think Lise should be first. Seconded, she's bound to be delighted. If I'm no longer needed, then I shall take my leave. Of course, don't let us keep you. Thank you again. Say hello to Vama for me. And your Vapa. Now then. There's to be a meeting of representatives from across Alamigo. So Lise is sure to be in the city. Shall we seek her out? Yeah. I don't think I'd look good in Abercrombie and Fitch. Like my style is basically all American boy. I look good in American Eagle, Old Navy. Like, I'm not much for suiting up. I probably look decent in Bass Pro, to be honest. But yeah, I look like, my fashion style is probably someone you'd see in like an early Taylor Swift video as an attractive young boy back when I was. I mean, I look more like Haggard than anything else these days, but still. Oh, you three look pleased with yourself. What have you been up to? Glad you asked, Lise, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna like the answer. You're joking. The Mad King's Trove. I thought it was a myth. So did plenty of people. But they didn't have old Nalfino in their party. Credit to finding it should really go for them. As for what to do with it all, I vote it goes towards alleviating the suffering of Alamigo's poor. Gods, there's as much as you say. Ironvault did not exaggerate, I assure you. We could not hope to carry even a fraction of it out on our own. I've taken the liberty of sketching out a rough map of the ruins. If you will assemble a squad of your most trusted freedom fighters, they should be able to follow the route to where the treasure lies. Understood. I'll make sure every coin is accounted for. That goes for the spending of it as well. Thank you. Oh, there is one other thing. When it comes time to draw a plan for distributing the spoils, I would ask that you consult Alphino. I don't have a head for details. I'm not educated. I see that simply handing out sacks of gil won't solve everything, but I could rightly tell you what to do instead. I couldn't rightly tell you what to do instead. Oh, I know the feeling. I'd welcome any advice you can give us, Alphino. Yeah, give all the money to the rich kid. He knows how to distribute to the poor, surely. Trickle down. Of course, I shall be at your disposal. Commander, we've got a problem. Deep breaths. Tell me what's happened. A mob's gathered outside headquarters and they've started making demands. You best come see it for yourself.
Step back, all of you!
Like hells we will! We know who you've got in there!
Who do you have in there?
We're not leaving till you hand her over!
Bring her out! Bring her out!
What's going on? Someone let slip about Fedora.
It's true then! The bitch really is in there! I knew it! I bloody knew it! We demand vengeance! Bring her out! Today we butcher the butcher!
Oh, Jesus, man, calm down.
Butcher the... Come on, you don't mean that! We'd be no better than the Imperials if you'd all just calm down! Calm down! That monster and her thrice damned skulls dragged my man from our home and beat him to death in the street!
You know what? Fair enough. Bring her out.
Aye, and my dad! That bitch has spilt enough blood to fill a lock!
We all know her crimes. She's a traitor and a murderer. How many of your resistance friends have died at her hands, eh? And here you are, protecting her!
I don't know. I guess you want a public execution? doesn't really seem
That's what all the fuss is about.
that rough.
Hearken to me, brothers and sisters of Alamigo.
Oh, Robon's gonna make me seem like an idiot right now.
Hey, who's this?
That's the Bull of Alamigo.
My friends, you are not alone in your anger, your grief, your despair, for it is mine as well. That gnawing pain in your breast, it is enough to bring an old bull to his knees.
Might have skipped a line there. Not intentionally.
But I ask you, brothers and sisters, to think not only of the family and friends who were cut down before your very eyes, but to think also of the ones who were abducted, the ones who may yet live. Where were they taken? What became of them? These questions demand answers. I share your thirst for justice, for vengeance. But we will gain only fleeting satisfaction if we give in to our base appetites. We will never know the truth. Now is the time that we, the people of Alamigo, must decide what manner of nation we will build for ourselves, and for generations yet unborn. When they look to our example, will they see a people who held fast to their principles, or one who cast them aside when tried? I say to you, it is our responsibility to give these prisoners a fair trial, that they might answer to all of Alamigo. The Garleans called us savages, and I'll be damned if we prove them right.
I bloody knew it because I am a Japanese London Cockney. Well, everyone knows in medieval times everyone spoke in British. He lost a fight with Zoro. He lost, well, honestly, I don't think he's lost any fights ever. I mean, he lost his arm during this playthrough. But, like, I don't even know if that was a lost fight or if he just, like... Yeah, I'd count that as a loss, probably. I don't know. I think that was when he was fighting Lolorito. He cut him in half, so he won that. Why does he have a Z-shaped scar on his face? Man, when you draw, like, just random lines on somebody, eventually you'll get a Z. Monkeys with typewriters and all that.
I know you're right, I do, but I can't.
You blame it on Zoro? He might have been in the fight pits. Hi, kitty. You're still way too early for breakfast. I woke up early today. And so you're basing your feeling of when you should eat on how long I've been sitting here. You might be way off. Thanks to the new patch, you can finally use your winter outfit on your white mage. That was the thing I liked about Heavensward. Like, it gave me an excuse to wear a full winter coat the entire time. You only have black shirts, black jeans, and 2 black leather jackets, and you've dressed like that since the 1980s. You a Hell's Angel? Metalhead? Oh, hi, Cecilia. I was looking for Wave, but, you know, that'll do. Good to see you. You look like you're dressed for Alamigo. Well, kinda. Wait, no, this is your winter outfit. It was the mask. It looked a little Arabian for a second, but then, like, on closer inspection, you look like a cool Siberian. There you go. Now you're a resistance fighter or a pirate. That your Lancer outfit? Looks good. Alright, I'm going to continue with the story, but welcome. Sugar, Snugbug, hey, how are you? My thanks, Raubon. Listening to their anger, I could feel myself being swept away. Yeah, me too, honestly. I was ready to drag her out into the streets. It is a difficult tide to stem. It was that same rage which brought us to our feet and carried us to victory. But now that the war is over, all that unspent fury is being channeled into vengeance. Aye, and it's not just here. We have reports of mobs forming all over. They've been targeting folk who have known to have cooperated with the Garleans. It starts with insults most often, then someone picks up a stone. Some industrious souls even thought to seek out the graves of Xenos and his officers. It was, grim. I want to build a country where everyone, regardless of race or origin, can live side by side in peace. Maybe the time isn't right. Maybe people just aren't ready. That doesn't mean I'm not going to try. The representatives will be here soon, and I'll be damned if I'm going to give up before I've begun. Who are these representatives exactly? Oh, village elders, refugee leaders, and the like. It wouldn't be right for us to dictate the nation's future on our own, so we planned a summit of sorts. You've even invited Ananta and the Kikiran to participate. Alamigo stands at a crossroads, and this meeting will decide what path it takes. The matter of Fordola's sentence cannot be suffered to disrupt the proceedings. And let's execute her and be done with it. She herself asked to be put to death. Ago! I already explained why we wouldn't do that. Sending her to the gallows might satisfy people right now, but where would it end? Should we round up everyone who collaborated? And everyone who didn't resist? There'd be no one left. We'd be no better than Theodoric or Xenos. Begging your pardon, but might I be allowed to speak with Fordola? Only I caught a glimpse of her past, a moment of it anyway, during the fight. She's done terrible things, unforgivable things. In some ways, she's a victim of the circumstances in which she was born. That's something I can understand. Alright. Speak with the prison guard when you're ready, and I'll come join you. I want to talk to her too. I'll return to my duties then. We've barely begun to investigate the facility where they gave Fordola her powers. Be fairly warned, friends. She will test you. Don't let your emotions color your judgment when she does. Whew. Doop, 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 doop. I guess I get to speak with her too? You've the commander's permission to enter? Sure, why not? You've survived your commute and returned. Good morning again. Good morning to you, Pierogi Man. And if it's morning, that puts you in the US. And if you're in the US and you've got pierogies, And you are a good friend of mine. Like, it's rare to find really, really good pierogies.
Well, well, well. So many visitors. Come to have a good laugh, have you?
Yeah?
Or do you mean to put me out of my misery? To finish what you started? It's about bloody time.
Who does your highlights?
That's not why we're here, no. Do you remember what I said? How I promised you you'd live long enough to see us win our freedom? Well, I meant it. And not to mock you either.
You're wasting your time. All of this is pointless! There's no reason to keep me alive, and you know it! I killed your men. I killed my men! And you know what my only regret is? That I didn't kill you when I had the chance!
That's a lie, and you know it. You think we can't tell what you're trying to do? That we're blind? Yeah, you're a fool, but you're not stupid. You're ruthless. Relentless. You'd give up anything and everything to get what you want. You didn't come this far, climbing over the bodies of your own brothers and sisters just to piss it all away. I see you, Fedora. I see you for what you are.
Oh, we're about to see her for what she is. They're gonna make me cry. A little baby Fordola.
Come along, Fadola. We mustn't be late. The Imperial Viceroy will be attending today's banquet.
No.
All right! Father, what's Lord Gaius like? Is he nice? Are you friends?
There you go again with all your questions. Lord Gaius is a great and honourable man who looks after all of Alamigo. He's very busy, and if we don't hurry, we'll miss our chance to see him.
Really?
Filthy tin-head lovers.
Father, what did that man call us?
The little tin-head lover doesn't know what she is, eh? A traitor, sweetheart. A backstabbing bitch who gladly betray her kith and kin to gnaw on what few scraps the Imperials deign to toss her. Like your bastard father and whore mother.
Hang on, I'm 10. I'm more of like an ankle stabber.
That's not true! My parents are good people! They've never done anything like that!
Oh, but they were quick to help themselves and their bitch spawn, weren't they? You're just as guilty as them.
Fadola!
Traitors!
Please, you have to do something. My husband and daughter are in danger.
Soldiers of the Imperial Army are under no obligation to intervene in the disputes of army.
We're citizens. We have rights.
I'm scared.
It's all right. It's all right. They don't understand, but they'll see in time. They'll see that this is the only way to survive. Traitors! Traitors!
That was some crazy face.
Let the savages have their fun. They'll be more compliant once they've tired themselves out.
People can be such monsters.
Fadola, please. You already have citizenship. Why would you want to become a soldier? Oh, gods. What have you done to your face?
Forgotten it already, have you? I'm honoring Father's memory.
By telling the world that you know better than a common savage.
Am I though, Mother? Are any of us? Can't you see? Citizenship means nothing to them. If you're not a pure-blood Garlean, you're no different from any other savage. So I'll play the part. I'll join the Legion and I'll make them respect me. And when the mob see that, they'll think twice before throwing their stones. Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn. It's time. It'll be hard. Humiliating. They'll try to break us. Send us crawling back to our own kind. But we won't, no matter what. We'll bleed for them, die for them if we have to. We'll do whatever it takes to be free!
Hard to be free if you're dead. At least that was Yotsuyu's take on it. People can be such monsters.
So, you mean to play the part one last time, eh? The unrepentant traitor whose death will serve to unite the people?
Shut up.
You had every chance to kill yourself. Fashion a noose from your clothes. Wait for the guards to leave you alone long enough to slip it over your neck.
I said shut up!
Oh, but then it would have all been for nothing, wouldn't it? Whatever it takes. That's what you said.
Been in my head, have you? Had a little peek at my past?
Yep. Pretty messed up in there.
A few stolen memories tell you everything you need to know, do they? Don't you dare patronize me! You don't know a god's damned thing about the life I've led!
Well, a couple things.
The bastards that killed him. The bastards that let it happen. My father deserved better! I swore I'd do whatever it took to make them pay!
You a glimpse into my past, have you? Pretty hot, huh? Wait a sec.
You. All that power. All that pain. It's too much. Too much for anyone.
I need to, like, review the tapes after this, but did I see myself in the clothes I was wearing at the time of those memories? I could have swore they had me in my astrologian outfit in Heavensward. Like, I think they actually hung on to screenshots. That's really cool.
The things they've done to you. The lies. The betrayal. The endless fighting. Yet there you stand. Unbroken. How? Why?
Because I choose to.
Damn you. Damn you all.
You still have time, Fordola. Think about how you want to spend it. Let's go.
Group. Ah. No, you watched it back. They were all in my current attire. Aw, man. So I just misremembered myself being a ninja. Nice monocle. I don't know that we solved anything exactly, but we've given Fordola something to think about at least. And I found something new to think about too. I don't know about you, old. The visions only come to me every now and then. From the way Fordola kept wincing, though, I get a feeling she's having them almost all the time. It's a lot of bad memories to deal with. I wonder, could there be some fundamental difference between one who is born with the Echo, one who is artificially imbued with it? Well, the Immortal Flames have been scouring that research facility ever since Liberation, so there's a chance they might have some answers for us. That's a pretty outfit. Are these all white mage glamours? Because, man, got a bunch. General Aldine's overseeing the investigation. Let's go and pay him a visit, shall we? That's a pretty dress. You got little fairy lights on you. I do like the toga style. But thanks to the patch, all glamour plates can now be used on any class. What? mean, it doesn't say I can't be applied. I'll be damned. Look at me, I'm a healer. JK stabs. Where am I going? Woo! General Aldine is inside, eh? You'll be joining him? Yeah? What the heck is this? I don't think you can follow me in here. I can't have some orange juice. What news? You spoke with Fordola, I take it? Yeah, as expected, she didn't say very much, but it wasn't a total waste of time. Arnvald noticed something odd about her. He thinks she might be having the visions almost constantly, which is not how the Echo normally works. Have you found anything here which might explain why it's so different for her? We've been hard-pressed as to organize the research materials, let alone study them. To be frank, I'd welcome the Scion's expert assistance if you have time to lend a hand. Hop in the pod. This is a Magitech pod. You can tell by the floating white text above it. The device in which Krile was held seems to even more ominous now that you know its purpose. Surrounding pods are marked Supply Subject, while this one bears the label Master Subject. The Ironworks received a request from the Alliance to analyze these devices. I've been recording everything of interest. Did you notice the labeling? All the pods are designed to drain the aether of the occupant, save that one right there. Unlike the others, the interior's been fitted with an array of sensors to measure etheric waveforms. To what purpose, however, I couldn't tell you. Ooh, this is cool. I got the Darth Vader slab. No. You immediately made chef glamours for most of your jobs and swapped your white mage and black mage with each other. Ooh. This is really cool. So many bodies, every one of them a victim of these experiments. Few show signs of external injury, but from what we've been able to determine, they perished from forcible aether extraction. Such a miserable way to die. Man, I love that it has opened up what you can do with glamours so amazingly. There have been so many like outfits and hats that have like been off limits because they're another class, but now that you can mix and match literally anything, like you've just increased your glamour potential like 1,000-fold. Or your jester's hat, maybe some tight pants. You could make like a pretty sweet Harlequin outfit, you know? I know little and less of science, So any light you can shed on this facility's operations would be much appreciated. Old, shall we start with you? The Amon hat from the Crystal Tower has been the forbidden fruit of red mages for like half a decade. I imagine. Does that have a plume the size of, I don't know, an ostrich plume? If you're gonna put a feather in your cap, Amon is the guy to talk to. Taken in combination with testimonies from Kral and Thancred, I do begin to see exactly what the Imperials were attempting here. The enhancement procedure entailing infusing a single candidate with aether siphoned from a multitude of supply subjects. As for the master subject, in this case Kral, the patterns of her aetheric activity would provide the model upon which they would artificially engineer the candidate's aura. In other words, they were trying to recreate Kral's echo? I believe so, which would explain our prisoner's present state. Kral is possessed of an unrivaled ability to hear the whispers of the soul, and it seems probable that the procedure engendered the same acute sensitivity in Fordola. The soldiers who guard Fordola, many of them lost friends and family to the skulls. And there's a sentry at her door night and day. Can't help but sense her thoughts of her past. East Texas, yes. Hang on. Sorry, I'm back. But you don't see just their past. You don't just see their past, you live it. All the emotions, all pain. Imagine what it'd do to you. You'd never be the same again. Indeed. As you may recall, Ysayle was completely transformed by a single glimpse of Hraesvelgur's past. Fordola has been forced to experience the agony of those whose lives she destroyed. The guilt must be unbearable. Explains her request to be executed. Sounds to me like a kind of justice. Regardless, she can suffer on for now. We have more pressing matters to consider. The result of these experiments have been relayed back to Garlemald. It'll be not to stop the Emperor from repeating the trick. They could give the echo to anyone, to an entire legion. Must be ready. Must learn all we can of these godforsaken procedures. Fordola remains our best source of information. She'll not be getting our wish. Not yet. Right. Keep faith, lass. If you're to convince others to follow you, you must believe what you're telling them. People respond to passion, but not if it's feigned. I understand. Thank you, General. We should leave the flames to it. Let's go. My head's swimming with glamour ideas for my ninja. Now that I can be anything, do I want to be Cowboy Ninja anymore? Go looking for answers about the Echo, and I end up getting schooled by Raban. Yet more evidence that I don't know what I'm doing. It's no wonder people listen to him and not me. You know, Aldine is a veteran of countless campaigns, Lise. You cannot compare yourself to a commander of his experience. I know, but I also know that I couldn't have convinced that mob to give up and go home. It makes me realize just how much we rely on his authority and how much I still have to learn. Wonder what he'll do when everything's settled. I mean, it's his homeland. After going to the trouble of winning it back, might he not want to stay? There's a quandary which countless refugees now face: to continue the life they built in Ul'dah, or to start again in the land of their birth. Yeah, it is an interesting one. Hold. A moment? I'm newly returned from Ul'dah with a message from the Sultana. Her Grace desires an audience with you. She understands that you have responsibilities here, but she asks that you visit the palace at your earliest convenience. Okay. Well, I must away and attend to other business. Until next time, my friends. Man, I yearn for the old school paging system of sending a guy to travel 100 miles. An audience with the Sultana. Depending on the nature of her consultation, this might be the perfect opportunity to inquire about the General's future plans. Yes, we'd all like to know about those, Alphino, but not everyone's as comfortable interrogating royalty as you. Take no notice of him, old. Okay. I think we got time for one more. Do we have time for one more? We have time for one more. Well, the question of how to put the Mad King's treasures to good use shows no sign of answering itself. Shall we be about it, Arenvald? I'm at your beck and call. Now I should be getting back to my own tasks. I'll organize a squad to head down to the ruins and start preparing for the big meeting. Oh, send Nanamo my regards, old. And ours too, please. We shall see you on your return. Laters. Cecile, bye. You might wonder, why did you teleport to the Golden Saucer? It just makes it slightly cheaper. I'm penny pinching, basically. Speak with Bartholomew. Where is Bartholomew? He's out here hustling. I think I just saw like a default skin cure tuning to the Aetheryte. I know a guy who plays as like the default skin main character in Final Fantasy XIV. And like that seems like a psychological phenomenon to me. Like you could be anything you want to be, and you go for like the generic human on like the box. I guess it feels good because like every trailer in the world is about you, I guess. What do you think? You're expected, my lord. Please proceed. All right.
I thank you for answering my summons in these most interesting times. You have been busy. The liberation of Alamigo will have far-reaching consequences, and there is a matter upon which I would seek your counsel.
Okay.
I speak of Rauban and his future.
Oh.
all know the tale of his rise from penniless refugee to member of the Syndicate and General of the Immortal Flames. Yet though he has come to call Uldar home, it will never be his homeland. He is a son of Alamigo. And now that she is free, I thought it only a matter of time before he sought my leave to return to her. Indeed, I had resigned myself to his loss.
Indeed.
Suffice it to say, I was greatly surprised to hear him speak so lightly of handing over the reins in Alamigo and retaking his place at my side. I will welcome him with open arms, of course. He is my most trusted advisor and my dearest friend. But I have known the man a long time, and beneath that steely gaze, I spied a flicker of doubt. Whether Raubon chooses to remain in Uldar or return to Alamigo, I only wish that he do so with a heart unburdened by guilt or regret. Yet, how can he freely make such a choice, knowing how much I depend on him?
And you want me to kill you?
It is past time that I learned to discharge my duties as a sultana alone. I must go forth and see my realm with my own eyes, and hear the wind with my own ears. Might I have your company for a brief adventure?
Excuse me? I mean, yeah.
Wonderful. Allow me a moment to change into something a touch less conspicuous, and I will join you outside.
I mean, that's crazy. I'm not sure where, like, any of this is going. Like, for a second there, it was like, I was thinking Raubon she was gonna say, like, he should be king. Looking good. What do you think of Lilira, the merchant's daughter? This is the disguise I don when I wish to leave the palace and observe my subjects unnoticed. Ordinarily, Papashan would accompany me, but for this particular outing, I need an advisor, not a minder. And that is why I requested your company. Over the course of your many adventures, you've met people from all walks of life, and every corner of Eorzea. I would make use of your worldly experience. Now, let us be on our way. Our first destination is Stone's Throw, just beyond the gates of Nald. Like, we're just gonna walk right outside here. I haven't been here in what feels like 1,000 years. Look, it's a level 1 star marmot. Oh god, they're ganging up on me. Look upon this procession of tattered tents. These refugees camp in squalor, at the mercy of the elements, and Thanalon's predators both. You see, these walls might offer safety, but the streets overflow with people as it is. And unless blessed by the hand of Nald himself, no refugee can hope to afford a dwelling in Uldar. 20 years have passed since the fall of Alamigo, 5 since the calamity, and the plight of the poor has grown more desperate, not less. As Sultana, the blame falls upon me. You did your best. And my best has not been good enough. Shall we press on? Or follow the road to the unholy air? It's a big turtle. Oh, he's level 12. We can't fight that. You know what? I just kind of want to walk around. Been so long since I've been here. I want to see like Ul'dah for like the first time in 100 years. I want to treasure this. How long ago was it that we were here, running back and forth to like the Waking Sands? The hat and jacket are cool, right? Yeah, this was my Heavensward outfit, which is like a really snowy place. I'm not dressed for the desert at all. But yeah, I would wear this in real life in winter, and I would look amazing doing it. With how much my beard's been graying lately, I'm actually a little surprised more kids aren't like Santa. Like, it's not full gray, but it is definitely the bushiest beard in the universe. It was here, this holy unremarkable place, that my mother and father met their doom. Cool. I was but a child at the time. My parents were returning from an inspection of our interests in East Thanalan when an untimely rockslide crushed their carriage. To this day, it's not certain if the incident was simple misfortune or an expertly planned assassination. Raban once offered to reopen the investigation and bring me the truth. He assumed that I must surely crave, but I refused. If my parents' deaths were orchestrated by the Monitors, it could have only brought their hirelings to justice. The true villains, those who plotted to put me on throne as a biddable puppet, were ever beyond our reach. Thus did I plan to strip merchants of their power and place our nation in the hands of the citizens, quite unaware of the consequences of my actions would have for you and yours. Try to think how many godly souls paid the price for my naivete. But I am no longer a child reciting words with witless obedience, and I will not be used as a pawn in the Monitor's damnable games. Forgive me my outbursts. You're one of the few people whom I feel I can speak my mind. Come, let's return to the Ul'dah and visit the Colosseum. Are we gonna fight? Oh, that was a reference to the size of the plume in Amon's hat, and you're not from Texas. Oh, okay. That one slipped by me too. That's how big it is. East Texas size. I don't know. Do they have birds in East Texas? I went to Corpus Christi once. Lost my glasses in the Gulf of Mexico. And then got sunburned to the point where, like, I started shedding my skin like a lizard. Like, if you've ever seen, oh, what was it? Rango. Yeah, take me to Ul'dah. Like, I made the mistake of assuming that the beach by Corpus Christi would have trees. Right? Like, but nah, man, it's desert. And the sun hits you from every single angle. Shade is impossible to find in Texas. And I mean, like, a lot of people probably knew that was obvious, but at the time, I don't know, I was just a clueless kid. you know, in my 20s or so. So like I just burst into flames immediately. Good morning, Stormhawk. How are you doing? Merry Christmas. Or Happy Hanukkah. Or Boxing Day. It's snowing in Ul'dah. It's amazing that I feel dressed appropriately for the weather in Ul'dah. This is the Colosseum, right? This is not... There we go. Now this is Fight Club. Yet Fight Club is not the Colosseum. Where you lived was west of Texas in the middle of nowhere at the time. Like, I'm usually a fan of living in the middle of nowhere, but like not in the desert. Mary Chrysler, you've never dressed appropriately? It's your honor as a Michigan man. Oh, as a Montana man, I understand. I'm having a real hard time getting my kids to wear coats because, like, I'm dropping them off at school in December in a t-shirt. I'm like, you don't understand. I am a furnace. But I'm not planning on being outside today. Like, aside from dropping you off. From the moment I became Sultana, I found myself thrust into an endless parade of document signing and ceremonies. For years, I simply signed where I was told to sign and sat where I was told to sit, blissfully oblivious to what any of it meant. Yet one good thing did come from that ignominious chapter of my life. For it was during an official visit to the Colosseum when I first met Rauban. Katie, hop up. Oh, you are right. It is breakfast time. This will be the last quest, I swear. The match I've been invited to attend was not at all what I expected. They'd pitted the Bull of Alamigo against some dozen or so rival gladiators. Blinkered though I was, I would not stand for so obvious an injustice and demanded to see a fair fight, one man against another. My royal wish was duly granted. It was not until later I learned of the gambling ring which had arranged for Rauban to die on the sands that day. Regardless, my intervention meant that Rauban had but a single opponent to dispatch, which he duly did. Oh, he won that one? And when he knelt before me to receive the winner's purse, he swore that he would one day offer me his blade in service. Surrounded as I was by liars and manipulators, I confess I dismissed it as a pleasant piece of theater. But as you know, Rauban is a man of his word. Though it took him another 5 years of fighting on the blood sands, he amassed a fortune so great as to buy not only his freedom, but a seat on the syndicate. And then I had my blade. Yeah, Rauban was cooler with two arms. Don't tell him I said that. There's less sand than I imagine in the Blood Sands.
Your Grace, you mustn't! The danger is too great! Please, Your Grace, come back! I beg of you!
It seems you're the one who needs looking after, Master Shum. Rabon!
Your Grace, I have kept the promise made.
So you have, and in turn, so too shall I keep mine. With your winnings, you have become one of the 6 most wealthy souls in all Uldar, and so, as tradition dictates, Rauben Aldin, you have earned yourself a seat on the Syndicate. May your new station garner you still greater glories.
I am honored, Your Grace, and vow to serve with every fiber of my being from this day till my last. Long live the Sultana, and long live Uldar!
I feel you, Raubon. My wife's about the same size, but, you know, I'm also small folk sized. You're from a people bred to work in the coal mines and endure the rain. West Texas tried to fry you constantly. Yeah, I'm from French fur trappers myself. Born in the snow. My mom was a polar bear. Words cannot well express what that man means to me. There are others who care deeply for my well-being, of course. Papa Sean's love for me is as that of a grandsire for his grandchild. But upon matters of governance, I cannot turn bodyguards and maidservants for consul. Raubon, with the authority of his syndicate position, was the first sword I could wield. His was the only edge which could cut the strings that bound me. Can I have some tea? Alright, I am super late getting my kids to school. But this is fun. I'm just learning lore and exposition. We adventured, we got a lot of treasure. I don't know what's gonna happen. And if you really must, you can spoil it for me, but like, I don't know who's gonna lead Alamigo. And it feels like Raubon's getting like pushed up in that way, but it could also be Arnvald or Lys. All good choices. Maybe it's gonna be Monago out of left field. Anyway, gotta get the kids to school. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye. Do stick around, though. I will find somebody to raid. And I'll try to find time. Oh. According to this, only YouTube's watching. Got a couple of people on Twitch. I'll send the raids where I can. I think Sandra's doing multi-streaming. So I'll try to redirect you that way. No. Can send you guys to Danagas. Hades Survivors. There's a Hades Survivors? That's awesome. Okay. We're gonna split up. Twitch is going to see Sandra. No? Never mind, we're not. I'm sending everybody to Danagast. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.